Hi everybody. We're going to take a look at a visual text adventure game for the CoCo called The Sands of Egypt. I had The Sands of Egypt on floppy disk when I was a kid, and I could never complete the game. It was sort of beyond my abilities. I remember I got as far as the pool, which I don't think was necessarily too far into the game. And I tried making a map, but I was probably playing this at a time where I wouldn't even have known to grab graph paper for a map and was trying to do it on plain paper and just things like that. And I never beat it. So I'm going to have a good time taking a look at this game. I'm probably going to use a walkthrough because I feel like if I don't, I will still never beat it. And I'll have a 500-hour video of me failing. So we're just going to do a sort of a playthrough slash walkthrough to just go through the game. So Sands of Egypt was not exclusive to the CoCo. Taking a look at Moby, it was also on the Apple II and the Atari 8-bit, which is pretty cool. So they had it on a couple different of those old platforms. It was released in 1982. So that's an oldie. I was 5, and I probably had this when I was 6. So I was 5 when it was made, and I got it when I was 6. There's somebody actually put a review up on a user review on Moby. It says fond memories of this game. He says, so it's a guy named Chris Dotson. And Chris Dotson says, I played this game with my grandfather every Sunday when we went to my grandparents' house. He even went so far as to map out on paper the path that led to the snake, the pool, that's where I got to, the pool, the camel, etc. Unfortunately, he passed away before we ever reached the end of the game. Sorry, Chris. To this day, I have no idea how the game ended. We got as far as using the snake oil to remove a staff or something from a wall. But I have very fond memories of this game for the fact it's what my grandfather and I did together. So, Chris, I'm going to cheat by using a walkthrough, but I'm going to play through this game. So maybe someday you'll do a Google search or a YouTube search and you'll find the playthrough and get to see the end of the game. So hopefully I can do that for you. Alright, and I also found another review in a magazine called Gamers Connection. The Gamers Connection. And it was the July-August issue of 1988. And oddly enough, in 1988, they did a retro review of The Sands of Egypt from 1982. And I'll read that to you guys. This animated Radio Shack classic begins just as the title suggests, deep within the harsh, windy deserts of Africa. Somewhere beyond the rolling dunes lies the legendary Temple of Ra, and treasure. A rumored vault of insurmountable wealth just waiting to be discovered. The long journey ahead is quite perilous. Many, many obstacles aside from your ever-growing need for water stand in your way. Be aware of all that you see and hear, and by all means do not overlook the obvious, for it could easily cost you your life. Released in 1982, some might term this adventure old, behind the times, or even outdated. Those who might use these terms have obviously never experienced this excitingly well-animated graphics expedition. The game's high-resolution graphics are truly superb, rivaling even the newer, superfine graphic screens of the CoCo 3. The added touch is developed through its enjoyable animation, which gives you a feeling of truly being there, right there, upon the sands of Egypt. More important to most adventurers is the logicality of the situation. That is the adventure well thought out, with a truly logical and reasonable solution? The answer is a resounding yes. This odyssey into the desert will lead you through an intricate maze of reasoning in which, using your highly developed adventuring skills, will you reach your final objective and solve the adventure. The program's documentation is similar to most Radio Shack products, almost adequate but not stunning. The rather limited amount of documentation is just enough to demonstrate how to load up the program, save and load a past adventure, and give you a handful of gaming tips. If you have never played an adventure game before, this limited information might make things a little difficult at first. But once you get going, you will easily get the hang of the adventuring scene. While the discs are copy protected and backups are almost impossible, the package contains 2 diskettes of the identical program to compensate. Thus, if you do spill orange juice on one of your copies, you still have a working backup. The Sands of Egypt, in my opinion, is the best piece of color computer software that Radio Shack has to offer that can run on the CoCo 2. If you're an adventure fan and have yet to pick up a copy, I strongly recommend this animated treat. So he gave it on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the highest. He gave it a 7 for difficulty, 7 for organization, 6 for vocabulary, 4 for documentation, 8 for graphics, and an 8 overall. And it was reviewed by Alex Ralquue, Rahalquue. Not sure how to pronounce that. So it's a pretty good review. And I can't say much about this game from when I was a kid because it was too difficult for me and I would just wander around the desert and die. And it seems like probably if I would have thought to map it well enough, I probably could have done it, but I just didn't know to do that back then. So let's go ahead and take a look at the manual for the game, which is pretty lightweight, but it does have a little bit of exposition in it. So we're in the Hotel de Mecca, Cairo, Egypt, September 30th, 1893. And this is, I believe, you, the character, writing about your experience to your wife or girlfriend. Dear Vicky, after a perilous journey through the Sahara, I have at last located the Tomb of Ra. For fear of this correspondence falling into the wrong hands, the exact location of the treasure cannot be disclosed in this letter. The expedition began in an orderly fashion. It's hard to read this script. However, several days of digging in the extreme heat led to a series of disagreements among the team of archaeologists. As the leader of the expedition, I attempted to maintain order, but the other members refused to accept my helpful guidance. Being the author of 19 critically acclaimed etiquette books, I was diligent in trying to teach the others proper digging methods and the proper way to keep their khakis starched. However, they became increasingly disrespectful, refusing to starch their khakis and have high tea on schedule. As a result of their impudence, I was forced to remove some of their privileges. Man, this guy's a douchebag. The 5th evening, I grew weary of arguing and retired to my tent for the night. The next morning, I awoke to find that they had abandoned me in the middle of the desert with no water, shelter, or kippers. That's pretty tough. It was highly irregular. Personally, I hope they were eaten by cobras and scorpions. Sounds fair. Fortunately, while ransacking my tent, they overlooked my compass, which was in the left pocket of my khakis. I always sleep in my khakis, which I consider proper behavior. Using my compass, I was able to overcome the unfavorable meteorological conditions, find the Tomb of Ra, make my way back to the Nile, and then have a brief respite in Cairo. I'm looking forward to returning to Oxford. The treasure has been claimed in the name of the Empire. Respectfully yours, Sir Percy. Her Royal Majesty Queen Victoria, Buckingham Palace. Oh, he's writing to the Queen. Dearest Vicky. This dude's getting on with the Queen. All right. Way to go, bro. Except you're a douchebag. Introduction. Tandy Corporation presents this new adventure featuring animated color graphics. As you attempt to overcome the scorching elements of the desert, you will see the blue sky, moving clouds overhead, the towering cliffs, the ancient pyramids, and other objects along the way. The object of the game is to find the treasure in as few moves as possible and escape as Sir Percy did in 1893. Is this a real thing? Probably not. That must just be from the letter. You can claim the treasure in the name of your homeland, or if you prefer, harbor the secrets of the desert for your own profit. The papyrus in your hand is a gift from those that know the secret of the ancient tomb. Let's see. I'm going to do a quick Google search on Sir Percy, just to make sure he's not a real historical figure that did something. My internet's slow. Here we go. Sir Percival. Sir Percy Blakeney. Did it have his full name on the address? Sir Percival Bringington. Sir Percival. Sir Percival, King Arthur and the Knights of the Round Table. Percival was raised by his mother in ignorance of arms and courtesy. Percival's natural prowess, however, led him to Arthur's court, where he immediately set off in pursuit of a knight who offended Guinevere. King Arthur. Quest for the Holy Grail. Yeah, nothing that I can dig up right away. Interesting, though. All right. And just this, how to load it up, color test, saving your game, all that kind of stuff. Kind of explains how to go in a direction. And then says choosing direction, go south, enter. I just did S for south and then north for north, and it seemed to work. You would think they would tell you the shortcut. And then these are kind of important, your inventory and your score, because of course back then everyone played for a score. And saving, quitting the game. And that's it. All right, so let's take a look at the sands of Egypt. Okay. And they did a color test because sometimes the colors would invert. I'm not really sure why. Something technical. Okay, press enter if the colors are correct. This box should be blue. That is correct. Okay. Title screen. And I actually played through a couple times before I did this video. I'd say I played eight times. I died every time, which would make for a very interesting video. So that's why we're going to just play through with a little walkthrough. But I did get to the snake and kill the snake. So we're going to start off going north. So we're in the desert. You're lost in the desert, and you see sand. North, north, north. And you can kind of do look. I think it just refreshes the screen. I was kind of interested in what this little blue, that blue dot in the mountains in the background there are there. We're going to go west. And west. And there's a shovel, so we're going to get the shovel. And then we're going to go north. There's the snake. And we're going to kill the snake. And how? This is where I got stuck earlier. And I was typing shovel, which you would think would do it, right? That doesn't work. You have to say with. Oh. See, kill snake. Say with shovel. Ugh. There's some snake oil. I guess we can't get the snake oil. Snake oil. You can't do that. So we're going to go east. 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 And there we're thirsty. So basically, excuse me, you die in this game if you keep playing and don't find things, and you die of thirst. We're going to get the canteen. Get canteen. All right, then we're going to go west. And then south. And north. So this is weird. That it's the directions kind of would loop. And that was when, if you would try to map it, it didn't always make sense. Which games like that always drove me crazy. And we're going to dig. All right, and you found something. So let's say, look. There's a torch. Get torch. I never found this torch back when I was a kid. I would just kind of wander around the desert, and I remembered I got to the snake. I don't know that I ever figured out how to kill the snake. And then somehow I remember getting to that pool. I definitely got to that pool. All right, get torch. And now we've got a couple more directions here. We're going to go north, north, west, west, and north. There's back to the snake oil. Did you fill canteen? Fill canteen. And then you drop it, I guess. We're going to do get canteen. So let's check out our inventory. There's all of our stuff. Shovel, torch, and a full canteen of snake oil. Definitely don't want to drink that. All right, so we're going to go south and east and east. We're going to climb down. And then we're going to go, you are very thirsty. We're going to go south. So you see nothing special. And we're going to dig. Look. Get. Magnifier. Alright, so we got the magnifier. We go west. West. North. South. East. Man, I remember I thought it was so cool when I got here. Now, I would say drink from the pool, but that's not the directions. I wonder if it would kill us. Should I try it? I'm going to try it. And then if I die, I will pause the video and replay back to this point. I guess I could try to save. All right, so let's do drink, pool. You can't do that. Drink from pool. I don't understand. Swim. You're in the pool. You see a cover. Open cover. Climb out. Uh-oh. Exit pool. Up. You can't go that way. Uh-oh. How do I get out of the pool? Climb steps. Oh, okay. Well, I didn't die. That's good. So let me follow the directions here. The directions say to drop the magnifier. Okay. Drop the shovel. All right, so I'm going to look. I'm going to look at the tree. You see nothing special. You're dying of thirst. Okay, but the walkthrough says to go to the tree. Man, I'm just trying to think about how I would have figured this out when I was a kid. I don't think I ever would have. All right, you see a palm tree. We're going to climb the tree. You're carrying too much. What I forgot to drop. Drop the magnifier, drop the shovel. So was I supposed to drop the canteen? No. Guess I'll drop the torch. You've died of thirst. Ah. I'm dead. All right, let me start again. I'll try to get back to that spot, and if there's any different steps, I will resume then. Be right back. All right, I'm back at the pool. So, apparently every time you look, every time you check your inventory, it uses a turn and you continue to die of thirst. So I did too much looking and checking the inventory and things like that. So we're gonna try again from here. And one of the things I saw is that maybe we can drop everything. So I say drop everything. All right. And then we're going to go to the tree, I think, right? Go tree. Hopefully picking up everything won't use up all of our turns. Climb tree. Excuse me. All right. There's some dates. Get dates. Okay, and we're going to climb back down. So we're going to go down. What about all my stuff? Okay, we're gonna believe the guide. West, east, we're very thirsty. Oh, there's all my stuff. Alright, I'm just gonna have to believe this guide. Alright. Oh, shoot. Oh, there's a camel. Okay. Feed camel. Camel eats a date, then kneels and waits. Alright, we're gonna mount camel. You're on a camel. That's pretty funny. I never got this far. Alright. Bride camel. You ride for a while. It's a pretty cool animation for CoCo. You're dying of thirst. Dismount. You're in front of a pyramid. You see a camel and a carving. Look carving. It shows an ancient pharaoh, and he's holding a genuine Egyptian scepter. Okay. Did we get the scepter, maybe? Carving, get scepter. Stuck. Oil scepter. You can't do that now. Because we didn't pick up our oil. Because we dropped it. Okay. I'll be back with my stuff. Be back shortly. Okay, I'm back, and I have oiled the scepter. So I didn't drop everything. I dropped the shovel, the magnifier, and the torch at the pool. And I picked up the torch again because the guy told me not to, but it probably used a turn that I'm going to get killed shortly, but we'll see. So I went to get the scepter. It was stuck. Now I've oiled it, and I'm getting the scepter, and it's asking me how. And I'm going to pull the hook. Pull. Hook. A full canteen. Get canteen. Excellent. Although I would drink. So I would drink, but It's not it's not telling me to drink yet. Should I drink it? I'm gonna try save. Save 2. And I'm dead. I died of thirst. Okay. Uh, do you want to try again? Of course. We're gonna drink that freaking canteen. All right. How do I load? Let's see. Load. 2. I don't know how to load. Where's the instructions? Save. Quit. Save a game. Should you want to quit? Type no, enter. You can resume playing the game, type yes. Here, try again. How do we load our game? Sending objects, score, commands, shift, choosing directions. Starting up. Well, this is a conundrum. I can't even beat this game with a guide. Load. I don't understand. I don't understand. All right, I'm going to pause this and see if I can figure out how to load it. I'll let you know. All right, so that was easy enough. So you type load, enter, and then you put in your number. But I saved. When I saved, it used a turn. So when I load, I'm instantly dead, which is great. So I'm going to get back to where I was with the canteen. Check in shortly. Okay, I'm back at the pyramid, and I'm going to... I just pulled the hook. I'm going to get the canteen. I'm dying of thirst, so I'm going to say drink. It's not in the instructions here. Ugh, snake oil is poisonous. I'm really sorry. I'm trying really hard to beat this game for you guys, and I'm not doing too well, even following this guide. No hope of doing it without the guide. Of course, snake oil is poisonous, but I wasn't trying to drink the snake oil. All right, let me try to get back to that point. All right, I'm back again. I have a feeling I'm going to have to find a different walkthrough. I must be missing something here. So I just got the canteen, so I'm going to climb the pyramid. I did not save my game because I don't think I have the turns, basically. On top of the pyramid, you see an axe. All right, we're going to get the axe. Going down. Feed the camel. Mount camel. Ride camel. I'm dead again. I'm right where there's water. must be missing. There was one thing I did wrong with the hook. I just messed up once getting the scepter, and that must be the turn that I lost, because the next thing you have to do is dismount and then empty your canteen and fill your canteen and then drink. So, man, this game is tight to the exact turn to get this canteen and get some water. All right, but so if I don't mess up, I think I got it. Fortunately for you guys, this is not too long. I'm just picking up right where I left off, but I'm beginning to get a little frustrated with the guide. Imagine when I was a kid trying to play this. Okay, be right back. Okay, I'm back on the camel. It's really frustrating that I can't save my game because it takes a turn, and then I'm not going to survive. It's kind of rotten. All right, let me confirm where I am here. Mount camel, ride camel, and then we're going to dismount. Dismount. I got one more space, and I'm dead again. I must be using up an extra turn on something. All right, I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. So I dismounted the camel at the pool. I didn't die, and then I typed in go pool, so I'm in the pool. So I'm sorry that I forgot to start recording when I got back to there. So basically dismounted, typed go pool. And I had emptied my canteen at the back at the pyramid. So I'm going to fill canteen. Fill canteen. Get canteen. Drink. Oh my goodness. The other guide I was reading had an extra step when I was walking through the desert. There was a shortcut that a different guide that I found had. But a different guide had another missing step that the other guide had. Okay. I'm going to climb the steps. Hopefully we can beat this game. Dismount. Alright, so now we're going to go to the tree. Now this says cut fronds, but I believe we have to climb it, but let's try. So cut fronds. Okay. Get fronds. Braid fronds. You skillfully braid the fronds into a sturdy rope. There was actually a rope somewhere in the canyon that I used to find when I was a kid. You would pick it up and it would turn to dust. And I found it on one of my other playthroughs before I resorted to the walkthrough here. Alright, so we're going to go east and east again. And drop the axe. Drop the dates. We're going to get the torch. We're going to get the shovel. We're going to get the magnifier. Go to the pool. Should I save? Oh, I'm so concerned about losing a turn here. That's right. We're going to save. Save slot number 3. All right. We're going to hook the hook, which is the scepter, I think. It's going to hook. Ugh. To what? To handle. Okay, we've got the scepter hooked to the handle. Pull. Scepter. So cool. I mean, I can't tell you, as a kid, how often I was in that pool. I never figured out what to do. I would never, not in a million years. Even today, I could have played this game my whole life without looking to a guide, and I never would have beat it. Is anyone watching this video, did you legitimately beat this game? Please leave a comment and tell me about that triumphant day that you beat that. Man, and I will, you can PM me your address or something. I'll send you a pizza. I don't, because you deserve it. That's all I can say. All right, so we pulled the scepter. We drained the pool. We're going to unhook the scepter. We're going to get the scepter. Then we're going to light our torch with the magnifier. Now that I could have figured out when I was a kid. Excuse me. And we're going to drink. Go into the drain. Well, this is going to be neat. Never seen this screen. You drop something. You're standing in a puddle. You're in an underground canal. You see canteen. Oh, I dropped my canteen. And you see a hole in the roof. That is so neat. Okay, so we're underground under this pool. So we are going to go west. And we're going to float the boat. You barely manage to get the boat into the water without falling in yourself. Go to the boat. You're in an underground canal and a boat. Paddle boat. A pole and an archway. Tie rope. To boat. Tie rope. To pole. Go to the arch. Ooh, that's pretty cool. You're in the outer chamber. You see a mummy, a sarcophagus, a jar, and hieroglyphics. Okay, apparently we have the ability to translate. Hieroglyphics. Sorry, can't spell that. He who proves his worth by returning the royal scepter to its proper place shall be shown the gateway to riches beyond measure. All others are cursed. All right, so we got to give the scepter to the pharaoh, right? That would be my guess. But I'm not going to mess up here, so I'm going to follow the guide. Place, and that's what he's doing. Scepter to mummy. Hopefully it doesn't get up and kill me. Oh my gosh. The ground shakes. That was scary. You are in the outer chamber. Still see all the other stuff. We're gonna drop the magnifier and drop the shovel. We're gonna go to the crack. Guess that's that line over by the underground river there. Go crack. Oh, you are in the secret chamber. You see ladder and fabulous treasures. I guess that crack wasn't there before the earthquake. I didn't really notice that, but I'm going to go with that guess. All right, so there's a ladder in the background. And you see a ladder, so we are going to go... Wait, I'm sorry. We're going to get the ladder. And we're going to go to the crack. We're going to go to the arch. And we are going to untie rope. We're going to untie the rope again. The boat is drifting. Enter. It says enter, enter, enter. Enter the boat. Oh. Here, I'm going to save. Slot. Did I do 3 or 4? I'll just do slot 5. I forget. Hmm. Alright, the other guide says type look or anything you want until you see a hole in the roof. Okay. The boat is drifting. Hole in the roof. Oh, okay. I get it. We're just in the boat drifting down the river. Okay, should have figured that out. Alright, I kind of like the other guide better, although it wasn't too clear there. Let me go back to that one. Okay, hole in the roof. Place ladder. Climb ladder. Back at the pool. Climb steps. I'm thirsty again. Feed camel. You can't do that now. Because I dropped the nuts. Hang on. Way back when I first go east, drop dates. There's dates here. Ugh. All right, get dates. Scared me. I was like, oh man. I feed camel. Mount camel. And ride camel. Ride for a while, then you stop. Well, guess I'll dismount. That's the end of the guide. Help me. Okay, dismount. I was, yeah, of course, should have just tried that. I just didn't want to mess up. Dismount. I'm in Cairo. The camel has taken you back to civilization where you finance a return expedition. This time you bring back treasures beyond imagining, and you become rich and famous. You have conquered the sands of Egypt. Press enter for your score. Wow. That was really cool. Man, what a hard game. Even with the guide, I had trouble. You have mastered the sands of Egypt in 90 turns. The adventure is over. Care to try again? No thanks. But that was really cool to see the end. So, Chris Dotson, I hope you see this video someday and think about your grandfather and how much fun that you guys had playing this game together. And I hope everyone enjoyed the video.